So we started this a year ago, and we have 3 ambassadors, 3 filmmakers from each country. We have no political people involved at all, so these are our ambassadors. I'm now putting you on to our patron, Christina Estrada Jafari.
Welcome everybody. Thank you for being here in beautiful Cannes. We're very honored to be able to be present at the UK Film Centre, and we are very, very proud and happy of these guys and that they're participating in such a beautiful way. They've grown quite a bit in the last year. We had our launch at Buckingham Palace with Prince Edward doing a retrospective on George Lucas, who was wonderful, and each of the boys did an interview with him. This year we had Whoopi Goldberg at Windsor Castle, and it was phenomenal, just the feedback that comes through these major stars and what the boys can learn from it. For me, it is an inspiration to be involved, and I think we can all appreciate the fact that film is a great medium for communicating. And I would love to see this become the film industry's charity, for the reason being that giving back in these little small ways around the world has a huge impact to the people in those countries. I also believe that we are seeing such creativity and inspiration out of trauma, out of diversity, of cultures, and when we get those films back and we share them through festival opportunities we can create for the industry itself, we will then be able to participate in understanding each other and giving back in a way that is developing back to us. So
We're going to now see the movie, the films are done, Things I Learned from Whoopi.
First of all, Whoopi, thank you very much for being here. It's a real pleasure.
Well, thanks for asking. You know, one doesn't want to just show up somewhere.
Of course. My first question is, as a director, for you as an actress, what's the most important thing you need from a director in order to do your best work?
The director's ears. Because if a director isn't listening, the director doesn't know if I'm doing my best work, you know. And I like when a director can communicate, whether with images from other movies or, you know, anything visually that a director can give me to tell me what I need or what is required from me. That's what I want. But more than anything, it's just the ear. I want to hear the director say what he needs. You know, because actors, pretty much, unless they're very new, kind of know some things that might be helpful about a character. And unless a director is listening, he doesn't know that. And when an actor questions a director, it's not a challenge, you know, it's because you need the piece of information or you're not understanding. The other thing that I see directors do that's terrible is they forget that most crews know what they're doing. Most crews have made more movies than you and I will ever make. If something doesn't look good, the gaffer knows, you know. Everyone on that set knows when it doesn't look right or when something's off. And if a director isn't capable of hearing from the gaffer, you know, hey, you might want to look at that light because it looks a little strange, you know, it just is odd. You know, it's just very strange because it's should be a collaborative thing.
So, Whoopi,
Yes?
if I were to invite you to Israel, would you come and make a movie there?
I would absolutely be there in a minute.
Wonderful.
I was thinking, you know, that maybe being brown and African American, or no, just say black, because I'm not an African American, I'm an American. But an American girl who finds out that she is both Palestinian and Jewish and comes to find who she is because she's so many different things in the world. I think this would be really great, and I would love to come. And I'd also plant another tree.
Where did you plant the tree?
I planted the tree at the King David.
Oh.
So I'm ready to plant another tree, so I'll come whenever you want.
I'll have the script ready for you in 10 days.
You got it, baby.
Right.
You got it. I'm on my way.
All right, thank you very much.
Cool.
written, interviewed and edited by Omri Bezalel. Please give everyone a clap for Omri.
I've read somewhere doing my research that you are an happy person, and I wanted to know what is the secret to be happy.
Well, the secret, in my opinion, is to be true to yourself. Once you're true to yourself, then it's very hard to be unhappy. You try not to compromise a lot of your own internal beliefs, and to always just try to tell the truth if you can. You know, it's hard sometimes because consequences, you know, everything is tied up with consequences, but the consequences are less important if you are who you are. That's my belief.
So when a kid tells the parent that he's going to be an actor, they think like, because it falls into an entertainment business, they feel it's just leisure and
Right.
fun and there's no future.
Yeah.
So what is your take on that, and how should they go about it? Because this is something that they would love to do.
Okay. Get a picture of me, Morgan Freeman, Lawrence Fishburne, any chocolate actor, and hold up a picture and say, if they can do this in a country where there's not a lot of them, then we can do this. I can do this. Because here, I'm not unusual looking. Okay, I look like us. So this is a very good life for me because I will be happy because it's what I want to do. I'd say try that.
Today I'm gonna start my first question, getting your experience of film, and one of the film I really like, the Color Purple. The Color Purple is a groundbreaking film. Our audience is still interested in film which question a value of society.
I think they are. I think people always want questions posted in films that sort of make them look at themselves, you know. Color Purple was unlike anything else, and there were consequences to this movie, because some people of color said, oh, it's not like that at all. And some people said, well, no, it's been like that for me. And it was we were in the middle of a huge fight. It was kind of silly, I thought. But the consequence of that was that there were not a lot of black actors working for a very long time after Color Purple because no one wanted to get yelled at by what we call the NAACP, which was an organization for the advancement of colored people, you know, trying to look out for everybody. So it was a big mess. It was a big mess.
Last question. Would you visit Palestine?
Yes. You inviting me? You gonna make a movie with me in Palestine?
More than happy to work with you.
Done.
Thank you very much.
Done.
It's been a really great year working on this initiative. For a young filmmaker to be able to talk to George Lucas and to Whoopi Goldberg and get that kind of information, be able to ask your questions is an amazing thing. And, you know, meeting Pierre and Ismail, I think you see a lot of the big relationships in Hollywood, and most of the people who work together, you know, they all met before they quote unquote made it. So I feel like those relationships are really important. And it's kind of nice how it just happened. I was saying it last week that I was at the movie festival with my short movie, and I saw a feature film that Pierre produced. And so it was nice to, you know, where our paths cross, not necessarily when we meet each other like that, but, you know, it's really nice. From here, you know, it's to go back to Israel and do a course for teenagers and pass on things that I've been fortunate enough to learn. And so I'm very proud, very happy to be a part of this program. It's done a lot for me, and I hope to give back for everything that I've received. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Pierre Kaitana. I'm from Rwanda, where I work in filmmaking. It's a great pleasure to be in Cannes today as a filmmaker, first time in Cannes. This is to thank Film Without Borders to have made it happen. As it sounds itself, it's Film Without Borders, so there's no more borders. It means that even a young filmmaker from Israel, Palestine, and Rwanda can make it to Cannes. We met George Lucas, had a similar interview like the one you've just seen on the screen. That was in April last year, and this year, last week, we met Whoopi Goldberg. It's interesting. The way you've just seen it's part of it. It's a very open conversation where we get to learn from the top. Basically, these are the very established industry people, and we are very lucky, courtesy of Film Without Borders, to meet these people and to get to learn from their perspective. So the plan with Film Without Borders is to go back, as Omri said. I'll go back to Rwanda and plan the training for the young people in filmmaking. We hope to start this toward the end of this year, and hopefully in a few years we'll be back here showing you the films, not the film that I've made or my colleagues have made, but the film that the young people who will have trained have made. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Ismail and I come from Palestine. I study film at Ealing Studio at the Mid Film School, and after my journey around 7 months and filmmaking, I had a phone call from Jill, and she started talking to me about Films Without Borders, and without thinking, I just accept the offer. It's nothing great than you have opportunity to build a new generation of filmmaking in Palestine, Israel, Rwanda, where a place is full of culture, full of story, and this story has never been shared. So me and my friend in here, is our responsibility is to share this story to the world. One of the reasons next year I hope I come back here with my new students with their film to share it with you guys, and that's a great honor as well to work with Film Without Borders, interviewing George Lucas last April, and last 2 weeks ago we interviewed Whoopi Goldberg. What a huge experience and what great information and advice, and we get like everything we learn in the school in the gold dish, just like that. Take it and use it and come back with a great film. I think that's the huge things ever could happen to anyone starting filmmaking this age, like me and my friend. And I hope that we keep going forward and we make a great film. Me and my colleagues maybe can make films together, and from here we can start our industry, Palestinian, Israeli, Rwandan film schools and films as well. And we come here again to present our film to you. And thank you very much for attending. Thank you.
Is anyone in the audience who wants to ask any questions to?
Hi guys, my name is Kevin Atkinson. I run the British Youth Film Academy. We train young filmmakers from the age of 14 now. So I I find it amusing that you talk about the young people, because I'm looking at you thinking you're young people, so how young are we going? What age are you working with for the future, and how are you supported in that? What do you give them, and how does that happen?
Okay, we aiming to work from age from 12 to 18, 15, and we're gonna teach him. We're starting from using camera, from cinematography, writing script, sound, using sound for film, post-production, producing, directing, editing. So the whole course to build a proper man which understanding filmmaking. So when he start doing his job, he know like a bit from everything. And then there's become the question what he need, where we can build and work.
So is that the same for all three of you? Are you following that same process? And do you have money and equipment and places for this to happen?
Yeah, so that's part of the initiative, and everything that we've done in the events we did at Buckingham Palace and Windsor Palace was to raise money in order to do that. So now we have Mac computers with Final Cut Pro, and we bought Sony cameras like the one there. That's literally the camera.
Don't break it.
Exactly. So that's part of the program, to raise money in order to get that equipment to help the programs make the movies.
We will at the same time be training up with people from the National Film School, educators in each country, so the educators can take the courses. So everyone is independent. The knowledge that these three filmmakers have gained in this country is tremendous. We've learnt it with them. Christina and I have been on the same journey. We've learnt so much from these people, and we're so blessed to have that. And they're going to go back and give that knowledge. They're going to take the courses with people, really top filmmakers in their country, above them, overseeing them. We have Hyper Cinematech. We have in Rwanda, we have some wonderful people. And in Palestine, Ishmael hopefully will be starting a group within maybe the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme, and he will become our main teacher. We're totally organised. We are blessed by the British Council and every other ambassador and every other person who's helping us in these countries. And the Duke of Edinburgh Awards is our partner as well in many countries, so that's fantastic.
Brilliant. It's not just people in London that have got talent. There are people in the far from everywhere. And it's not just people from rich families that have got talent, or people whose fathers and mothers or brothers have been involved in film. Actually, it's the kid.
A few weeks. Thanks for the economy, please talk to 200 people. It's important, they know.
First time you can.
This was the first time I was and it's been amazing so far. It's very surreal. It's the first red carpet I've seen.
Have you spotted any stars?
No.
And this is what would be great when I ask her how could filmmakers be noticed by Hollywood. She said, why you want it to be noticed by Hollywood? Use your vision, do whatever you want, and just make it.
Hoping to start the training under Film Without Borders in my country towards the end of the year.
It's very exciting. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.
So where are you from originally? Where were you born? Israel. So plans to go back?
Israel?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Film industry there.
Yeah. So your story?
Yeah.
You're going to direct it as well? Okay, amazing. So what's the story?
The water or something. Careful.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.